What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. It is the 26th day of June. Here we are sitting at $59.6 thousand with roughly 11 and a half hours left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it. Okay, let's talk about the price action. It's pretty wild, this move that we've had down. Now, we've been suspicious of this move throughout this entire time, but we really started to get some conviction behind this move once we were up in this area. And man, we did more or less exactly what we were expecting, which was to go right below this low. Not to see anything dramatic, right? There's probably a bunch of people who are saying bear flag breakout, we're going to go lower. And maybe, you never know. Maybe this is the finale phase right now, guys. We're about to get our freak on. Volume is picking up, to be fair. It is somewhat significant, but I'm still under the belief that what we're doing here is we're providing a fake out. Perhaps this is the low. It might be too early to say at the moment. Maybe we do go a little bit lower today. Maybe. We'll look at the short term stuff and see. But whether it's this low or a slightly lower low from here, I would assume that we will continue to move up and that we will move likely above this high going into the month of July. Or I shouldn't say going into it, but sometime in July. I do expect that from here, being that it is the end of June, it is the 26th. I do expect that we're going to see some recovery going into the end of this month. We have a massive close right now, 19% down on the month so far, 4 days, 11 and a half hours left in this month here. I mean, if we close here, guys, this is crazy. This is a crazy bearish month, and I wouldn't be surprised if we found support, just momentarily speaking, and we moved up in the short term. I don't think we're going to go above this high. I could just see us getting back above 70K. We'll go over why. There's a few reasons why, but there's a very key reason why. The monthly RSI, we look at this. I don't think we need to analyze the volume today. I mean, maybe we'll come back to the Binance chart, but we look at this, and this was a theory that I had in the very beginning of this year, whenever we first accepted that the bear market was on, and especially from this low here. Everybody was telling you that these lows in the RSI right here, this is where we've bottomed out in the last couple bear markets. We're in that same area now. We're at the bottom. But everybody who was saying that, they overlooked the very simple fact that each one of these lows was a lower low. Therefore, we theorized, we called, we predicted accurately that the true low of the bear market will come in at the lowest low that the monthly RSI has ever seen. And that's exactly what we're getting right now. We're getting the lowest low. I guess we're not there yet, are we? Maybe we're like tit for tat with that last low, a little bit below it, but we're probably going to go lower. I would assume we do get near this oversold zone, somewhere maybe right at that trend line there. But I digress. Lower lows, lower highs. I mean, it makes sense that we would see a lower low. And anyways, that's probably going to be in a couple months from now or more that we find the actual low of the bear market. For now, again, I think we're in recovery mode. We're at a relative low point. I think we're in recovery mode. Let's zoom in. Let's talk about the short-term stuff, and then we'll zoom back out. Okay, 1 hour time frame here. Looking at this bad boy. We've been a little bit volatile, right? I mean, you saw a lot of volume come in here. And there was a lot of volume here as well. And then a lot of volume at the top. We've got a lot of volume down in this area, you guys. Whenever you get a lot of volume, right, typically you break out and you follow through. But we got a lot of volume and we held our ground. I think there's a lot of buying going on here. I think there's a lot of stop loss hunting going on around here. And again, be open-minded. We could have one last move down, get a slightly lower low here, a relative fake out here, and then move up. Overall, I do think that we're moving up to 70K or more. And let's actually just cut to the chase on that. I'll show you why I believe that. I mean, we look at this over the last 30 days. A lot of the longs have been decimated, right? Now there's literally like $1.5 billion in longs. That's still a juicy amount. I mean, to hear that's about $1 billion to bring us down to 57K. Maybe we go down to 57K. Maybe we don't. Maybe that's not enough. There are a ton of shorts, guys, that get cleared out at 63K. There's a massive amount of shorts to get cleared out overall at $69,000 to $70,000. Total of like $8.7 billion in shorts. And the shorts will likely only pile on as we go higher too. People are looking for short positions. Probably not here. The panic sellers, the emotional people, they're probably going short at these levels, but and you're going to get wrecked. That's what happens. But nobody's probably feeling confident enough to go long or short here, and that's why I think we're not seeing a dynamic shift in this. I mean, on a daily basis, we do have 1.7 billion in shorts and 1 point. Look at this, guys. I mean, this is crazy. This is why I think we could still move down, right? You've got technically more longs, technically, just a little bit more by a fraction, basically tied up the same shorts and longs that we do here, and you're at the bottom. I mean, if we were to drop to 57K, you keep longing, we're going to keep dropping, and I could see it happening. But there are a lot of shorts piled on. There definitely are at this point in time. Anyways, there's one more thing actually that I wanted to go over. Is it the heat map? Liquidation heat map. There we go. Not history heat map. The actual heat map. Oh, when we look at this on a monthly basis. Why bit Unix? I don't want that. No, thank you. It's because I accidentally clicked short. It like loaded. It stutter stepped. It's taking its time to load, and if it doesn't load quickly, we'll just move on. Yes, here we are. Look at this piping hot yellow color and all of these shorts up here, man. Right there, just above this high. Personally, I wouldn't believe that we come up here and we stop right there. I would think that we move through, right? Just like this yellow level here. Did we stop right here? No, we moved a little bit through. So I would think, 69, 70K, and then in line with that other liquidation map, it makes sense. And just look at all these shorts that are here between, roughly $67,000, $68,000, and 75K. There's so many shorts, it's ridiculous. And this could be why. This is over the past month, right? Past month built up. So this could be why we don't move any lower right here. There's a lot of expectation that we are going to go lower. Looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, the 1 hour RSI, it's taken on a bit of a bullish shape. Right, you've got some bullish divergence here. That move has already played out, and now you're going from kind of lower low, lower high dynamic to getting a higher low, a higher high coming in. You have flat tops here. Here's my thought: is you're at this point where you found resistance before, resistance before, resistance before. Here you went down to your oversold zone. Here you went down to your oversold zone. Here you're finding support at the 40. You did find support at the 40 here for a time, and inevitably went down. Let's see what happens. I mean, if you can break above this, if you can break this trend in the RSI, get above this, and really get into the overbought zone, that to me would be the first signal of a series of signals that this would be the low. That we're, and not the low of the bear market, just the low before we go to 70K, at least somewhere in that area. Okay. The RSI is taking on bullish structure. I like it. I don't hate it. The stochastics are bouncing at the 50, not bad. And the MACD is also building bullish momentum. You had a false green cross, false red cross, and you answered to the green effect. I mean, you look like you want to come up across that zero. We'll see. Still a lot of time left in this 1 hour time frame, and there's still a lot of time left in the day. We'll see how it goes. Again, don't get super bearish if we go below these lows. It's okay if we do. We're in this bottoming area more or less right now. I would strongly believe that. But don't count on it. Don't count on it being the low, right? I mean, it could happen. It could not happen. I mean, at this point, I'm starting to believe that it is the low, especially with what we've seen so far. But it is completely possible that we do go lower. Looking at this on the 4 hour time frame, the RSI bounced off the oversold zone. A little bit of bullish divergence there. Your RSI, I mean, it's bearish overall. It is bearish. There's not a lot to go off of there. I mean, you've reset. Maybe it's time to go up. Maybe that's the thought. Looking at this on the stochastics, you're chilling. You're not getting oversold. There's something to note there. The MACD is showing us bullish divergence. Now, let's see. Technically, this drive here is not bullish divergence, this higher low here, because that was a higher low as well. 3 hours, 25 minutes left in this 4 hour candle. We have more than enough time to come down and close below these levels. So if we were to do that, we'd form more bullish divergence here. We'd form more bullish divergence here. We'd even form more bullish divergence here. It wouldn't be a problem, even though we're at $4,800 now. it wouldn't be a problem to come down and close this 4-hour candle red. So again, just don't panic. We're certainly showing signs of exhaustion to the downside rather than strength at the moment, in my opinion. Daily time frame, looking at this now, wicks to the bottom, fake out look. It definitely has that. It absolutely does have that. From a low to a high here, if we do go lower, this 1272 1618 area does stand out. 54.5k to 57k. It really does stand out. 57k stands out too because again, a lot of these long positions get liquidated at 57k. You can't see them here, but it doesn't look as obvious here. But again, we go to the liquidation map on this, and over the past 24 hours, I mean, that $1.5 billion of cumulative longs gets cleared out right under 57k. So just again, a point, and most of it gets cleared out at 58k. I mean, a good bit of it gets cleared out at 58k, but between 58k and 56.8k, that's kind of the designated zone there. I really wouldn't be surprised if we went down to 57k. I'm not calling for that. I don't know what to call for. I suppose if I had to lean toward one call or the other, I might be calling for this to be the bottom. I don't feel confident either way. I mean, most of the time in a situation like this, I'd say flip a coin, and then whatever side I'm hoping it lands on secretly in my head as it's flipping in the air, I'd choose that. If I flipped a coin thinking, okay, is it gonna land on? I have to choose that it's gonna land on 57k, where we're gonna go down to 57k, or if it lands on that's heads, and then if it lands on tails, then I have to say that we've already found our bottom. If I flipped a coin, I wouldn't be feeling strongly about either way while it's flipping in the air. If you don't understand what I'm saying, next time you're in a flip a coin moment, don't even flip the coin. Think about which side you want the coin to hit, and just go with that instead. That's the whole point that I'm trying to make there, is that I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know if anybody understands what I'm saying there or not. Maybe that's my own thing, but let me just try to explain it one more time. Imagine I want chocolate ice cream or vanilla ice cream, and I can't decide, so I flip a coin. Every time you flip a coin, almost every time, you actually know which one you want. You know which one you want it to land on. You flip the coin, and in the air, you're like, please land on heads, please give me chocolate, I want that. Whenever I'm in a moment like that, I never actually let the coin decide for me. I just let that frame of mentality decide for me. So whatever I'm thinking I actually want, maybe I'm having a hard time deciding, but then I think of it, if I was flipping a coin, which one would I secretly be rooting for? Which one would I secretly hope that I'm going to get? That's how I choose. I don't even flip the coin. I just flip it in my head and I decide that way. Does that make sense? I don't know. Because I want what I want. I don't want the coin to tell me what I want. Does that make sense? Unless it is truly 50-50, which right now it really is 50-50. Might have lost some of you there. I might have given you guys a new perspective on coin flipping. I don't know. Let's get back to the good coin, the Bitcoin. 59.4k now. Yeah, I could definitely see us going down to 57k. I wouldn't be too surprised. I suppose I might lean on this being the low, only because we have so many shorts. But we could see some crazy stuff, guys. We could definitely see some crazy stuff. 57k is completely possible. 56k is completely possible. I don't think we go to 54k, but sure, even that's possible. Daily RSI in the dumps, baby. It's in the dumps. The first thought that we had that we could go lower here, we thought that all along, but things really became incriminating that we could go below the slow once we rejected the 50 here. Once we got below the 40, that's when things really started to amp up the likelihood that we'd go lower. Stochastics here getting oversold. That's good. Reset. Daily MACD is flipping red. That's not so good. That's actually not so good. Daily MACD is flipping red. On the weekly time frame, we are flipping red as well, and the stochastics are getting oversold. I mean, the weekly looks terrible. It looks absolutely terrible. And the weekly time frame, in all honesty, would not really allow for a move up to 70k. I mean, we look at this here. To move from this level to 70k, I mean, it wouldn't really make sense to stop at 70k. That's right above your 0.5. It'd make more sense to stop maybe at 67k, just above the 382, maybe at the 0.5, which is 69k. If we don't stop at 69k, we go all the way up to 72 to 74k, something in that area. That's a 20% pump. And the reason why I have a hard time wrapping my head around that is we've got only a couple days left in this week. Only a couple days left. We're flipping red right now. Whenever we flipped red in the last bear market here, I would compare this especially to this last flip that we had. I mean, we didn't get any 20% pumps here, guys. We flipped red. It was death. I mean, from the low, I guess here, yeah, we did, I guess. But that was after another move down right there. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's actually perfect. Maybe this is exactly the zone that we're in right here. I don't know. Hard to say. We could scratch our heads over it all day, but at the end of the day, the weekly time frame is sad. It does not look good. It doth not excite me. The daily time frame neither excites me either. It's really actually kind of scary. The shorter term stuff has a little bit of hope, but I don't know, man. That daily and weekly is looking pretty abysmal right now. I'm still not expecting, especially with this lack in volume here. I'm not I mean, it is a little bit more volume, sure. It's more volume than average, absolutely it is. But with this lack in volume instead of increase in volume, I'm not expecting that we see a terrible drop. Anything can happen. I'm thinking that we find support 57 to 56K, 58K at maybe somewhere down there, if not this area exactly right here. And then we move up to something above this high, primarily because of all the shorts that we have that would get liquidated at there. But we'll see. Things can change. I'm open to changing it. It's not a problem if we change that perspective. But I've got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Kind of fell off at the end there. The coin flip got me all twisted in my head. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Take care. Bye bye.